everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Gakuen Club. We are on Renji Kamiki's route, our resident pianist. I think we have been shopping, so let's see what's new in this chapter. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I'm doing my usual chores at the nightclub tonight. Renji's very popular with the guests tonight as well. Once again, Renji finds himself surrounded by many women. Sitting in the middle of the guests, Renji is talking as he usually does, stirring up the crowd. One of the guests approaches Renji. Renji, there's something I'd like to talk to you about today.
I would be happy to listen.
The guest smiles when Renji says this. Then she removes her glove and shows him her left hand.
You getting married?
I'm going to be married soon. Her ring catches the light and sparkles. The surrounding guests look startled before they begin offering their congratulations.
Oh, congratulations!
I wish you the best. Thank you. The guest seems very happy to be congratulated by everyone around her. But Renji remains silent, his brow slightly furrowed. I wonder why he's not saying anything. I would have thought Renji would be the first to congratulate her.
Why don't you say anything to her, Renji? It's such a happy occasion.
Renji finally opens his mouth when another guest tells him this.
Is it really such a happy occasion?
Everyone is at a loss for words when Renji says this.
What? Oh, Renji, he's just being jealous because you won't be coming out to see him as often after you get married. Isn't that right?
That's so cute of you, Renji. The guests are trying to do whatever they can to dispel this awkward tension. But Renji only makes it worse.
I'm not jealous. Why would I get jealous of someone getting married?
Renji? Renji's eyes are ice cold as he speaks so dispassionately.
Hey.
Yes?
He might actually fall ill and die.
What?
Or maybe he'll get into a plane crash.
Renji continues coldly as the guest becomes more and more confused.
The marriage only brings about unhappiness. It's better not to.
But... The engaged guest looks as though she's about to cry after hearing what Renji has to say. Oh no, what should I do? I should bring drinks to them. Alright everybody, let's get drunk and forget what he said. Hopefully you guys are happy drunks. I have to do something to break up the tension. With this goal in mind, I hurry over to Renji's table with a tray of beverages. Renji's table is completely silent, an awkward energy hanging over them. I have to get Renji to drink something and calm down. I bought you some drinks. As I offer the beverages to the table... Oh no! I trip on something and begin to feel myself falling. Oh, am I going to make this worse? I brace myself for impact, but nothing happens. I slowly open my eyes and see that Renji is holding me.
Oh, that was scary. I'm glad I made it in time.
I'm so sorry, Renji. Are you hurt?
I'm fine. I guess too. My clothes just got a little wet is all.
I look at Renji's shirt and see that it's stained from the drinks. I'm so sorry. I ruined your clothes. I'll get a towel for you.
No, that's okay.
As I try to leave to get him a towel, Renji grabs me by the arm. But... Renji pulls me toward him.
Thank you. You helped me snap out of it. Well, my point is that there are cases like that in the world.
Renji says cheerfully, in sharp contrast to the tone he had taken earlier.
I'm sorry for what I said earlier. I was out of line. I just found myself so jealous of the man who gets to marry a person like you.
Renji bows his head to the guest and smiles.
Allow me to congratulate you on your engagement. I wish you a happy life.
Thank you. The guest says happily, and Renji smiles pleasantly. But for some reason, it seems to me that there's something off about Renji's smile. He's definitely experienced some kind of trauma. The next day, I head over to the music room. I want to see Renji. I can picture Renji's smile from yesterday in my mind. I wonder why Renji made an expression like that. From the side, it may have looked like Renji had been smiling, but from where I was standing, it looked to me that Renji was crying. I just can't abandon him like that. When I get to the music room, I knock on its door.
Come in.
Excuse me. I open the door and enter the music room. Renji is sitting in front of the piano again.
I had a feeling you would come today too.
I steel my resolve and decide to ask Renji. Renji,
I know what you want to ask me. It's about yesterday, isn't it?
all I can do is nod.
Did I tell you that I have an older sister?
No, this is the first I've heard of her.
Beautiful and good at the piano. I was so proud of her. You're kind of a lot like her.
Renji looks so calm and gentle as he speaks about his older sister. Renji must really love his sister. As I'm thinking these thoughts...
But the sister is gone now.
Is that why he called out to me in the beginning of the game, because I looked like her? Gone?
She died, or... I should say that she was basically killed. Killed by her husband, the man who was supposed to make her happy.
What do you mean? That's when I realize the reason Renji said all those things to the engaged guest is because of what happened to his sister.
Not having parents, my sister was everything to me. And that's why I wanted her to be happy, but if she had never gotten married, if I could have stopped it somehow, my sister wouldn't have had to die. It's my fault for being naive enough to believe that marriage would make my sister happy, that it would bring her happiness. Maybe if I didn't think like that, I might have noticed something off before my sister died. I can't forgive my sister's husband for letting her die, but most of all, I can't forgive myself.
What happened? Renji. I could sense Renji's deep regret in his voice as he forces out his words. Was the important person Renji mentioned before his sister?
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel this way.
Renji says regretfully.
I've said things I shouldn't have. You can forget what I told you.
Renji says, but there's no way I can do that. He's haunted by his memories of his deceased sister and his regret. Renji, I want to help him whatever way I can. But Renji begins to play the piano as if to cut me off.
One of Chopin and Liszt's 6 Polish songs, The Wish.
Is that the name of the song?
Yes, my sister loved this song.
Renji, do you always play your sister's favorite songs? I'm about to ask, but I stop myself. It just doesn't seem like it would be right to ask Renji that right now.
I'm sorry, but could I be alone right now?
Yes, of course. Excuse me. I turn my back to Renji and walk toward the exit. The piano I hear behind me sounds sad and lonely, filling the empty room. There's nothing I can say to him. I'm sure I could offer him some consoling words, but they would only sound superficial and insincere. There's no point in doing that. I'm sure it would only make Renji even more sad. I wish someday he'll be able to play the songs he wants to, and not just his sister's favorite ones. These are the thoughts I have as I close the door to the music room behind me. Short as always, so we're going into Chapter 6, Episode 6. Quite a bit of time has passed since I first transferred to this academy. The school is ramping up its activity for the upcoming school festival, and the nightclub is no different.
What? You were all picked for the tea room too?
Obviously. How am I not going to get picked for it? These two actually look like brothers, because of the hair and eye color.
What a pain.
What's the tea room? Having never heard of it before, I ask the nearby Renji. What's the tea room?
Oh, right, this is your first school festival here. And there's a pageant held at the school festival every year, and the boys vote to choose a queen. Conversely, the girls get an event where they get to vote for the boys to be chosen for the garden tea room.
I see. I guess the school festivals at a rich school are on a completely different level. But is the tea room somehow related to the nightclub?
Not at all. The nightclub's mere existence is kept a secret.
Then why did all of you from the nightclub get chosen to be members at the tea room?
The tea room members are chosen by a vote conducted by the girls. It's just coincidence that we all happen to be from the nightclub.
Oh, I see.
And now the question is, what kind of tea room we want to make?
Does that mean it hasn't been decided yet?
Yeah. All we know is that it'll be in the rear garden, so it doesn't have to be a tea room if we don't want it to be.
It's up to the chosen members of the tea room to decide what they want it to be.
I see.
Why don't we just keep it a tea room? It will just be easier.
That's no fun. If we're gonna do something, I'd rather it be cool.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm fine doing a tea room since we'll be busy with the nightclub as well. But a regular tea room would be boring. It'd be nice to have some sort of good idea.
Something that doesn't take a lot of time or effort, that's still fun and unique. What about butlers?
Butlers? Oh, that might be a good idea.
Really?
I like it. Sounds like fun.
I agree. There's something about it that seems special as well. I don't care what we do.
I'm all for this. That's a surprisingly good idea from you.
I think it's a good idea too. Not only will it not take that much time or effort, it also still feels special.
You have some interesting ideas.
What? Oh, I just thought you all might like the idea, so...
And I think you were right. Will you help us get it ready?
Yes, of course. I'm starting to really look forward to this. We work hard preparing the tea room in the following days until we find ourselves at the day before the festival. The nightclub is closed on the day before the school festival. We're using the time to prepare, but there's still lots to do. Everyone is working hard. I need to do what I can too. I faced the half-stitched apron for the Gakuen? Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's a hastily added last-minute item after some expressed the desire to make it seem more like a cafe. Okay, that's it for Yamalka's. And now all that's left to do is Renji's apron. I had been worried if I would make it in time at first, but I'm now down to the last one. But looking at it, it makes me realize just how tall and stylish Renji is. You know me and those tall guys. I stand up and bring Renji's apron up to my waist. This looks more like a long skirt than a Gakuen apron on me. I'm lifting up the bottom of the apron so it doesn't drag against the floor when suddenly...
What are you doing?
Eek! Startled, I accidentally step on the bottom of the apron. Oh no!
Oh, look out.
Jeez, this whole route is full of me falling and Renji catching me.
Honestly, you need to be more careful. You're quite the scatterbrain, aren't you?
I'm sorry. You saved me. Again. Thank goodness he didn't see what I was doing. How do you know that? He did ask what you were doing. Of course the sense of relief doesn't last long.
Well, I'll have to say you looked very cute doing what you were doing.
You were watching me? Renji smiles when he sees me start to blush from embarrassment.
Well, I was going to call out to you, but you looked so cute I didn't want to interrupt.
Please, just say something next time.
Sorry.
Renji apologizes and I go back to stitching his apron. But I can't seem to calm down. What is it? I'm not just imagining that Renji is staring at me, am I? We continue on in silence, but I find myself distracted by thoughts of Renji, and I'm unable to concentrate on my work. Is something wrong?
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, well, you've been watching me this whole time, so I was wondering if you needed something from me. It seems like this is the first time Renji realizes what he's been doing after I pointed out to him.
Was I really staring at you that much? I'm sorry.
No, it's not that it bothers me. I'm just wondering why you would be watching me.
Oh, that. Well, that's because what you're doing is very unusual.
What I'm doing? All I'm doing is stitching up an apron. Do you mean my stitching?
Yes. Watching you turn plain cloth into an apron is just fascinating to me.
But I'm not even doing that good at sewing.
Oh, I think you're plenty good. Although this is the first time I've ever really seen anyone sew anything together.
First time?
My mother died when I was very young, so I didn't have any memories of anyone sewing.
Well, it's not like all mothers sew. Renji says sadly. I'm sure your mother was very good at sewing.
Why do you say that?
I mean, she's the mother of someone who can play the piano so well. She must have had some nimble fingers.
Following that logic, you seem like you're going to be a pretty good mother.
Really? I've never thought about that before.
You're kind and hardworking. I think you'll be at least.
Renji smiles kindly. Having Renji say that about me is going to make me blush. As Renji and I talk, I finish stitching his apron, the very last one. I'm finished.
Good work. It came out nicely.
Thank you. I know. I want to check the length, so would you mind putting the apron on for me?
Of course I wouldn't mind.
Renji takes the apron from me and wraps it around his waist.
What do you think? Does it look good on me?
Yes, it really suits you. The black Gakuen apron really looks good on Renji's stylish frame. How does the apron feel on you? And do you have any problems with the length or how it fits?
Well, let's see. Maybe this area around my waist could use some adjusting.
Which area? I'll see if I can fix it now. I say and approach Renji when he suddenly grabs me by the arm.
Ah, it was a ruse.
Huh? It happened so suddenly, I find myself collapsing against Renji's chest. You taking advantage of my clumsiness? Wait, Renji!
Sorry.
Renji apologizes, but he's still grinning playfully.
I was just so happy that you would take this time to make me something to wear like this.
But I didn't just make one for you, and it's just an apron.
It doesn't matter, it still makes me happy. And besides, I'm the first one to wear this apron, aren't I?
That's true, but... Renji hugs me after he hears my answer. Oh, Renji? I'm so startled that I think my heart stops for an instant.
I'm so happy, thank you. This will really motivate me to do my best at the school festival.
Renji loosens his arms and says as he peers into my face,
Let's do our best at the school festival.
Yes. What am I going to do? I'm so happy. My heart beats rapidly. Just having Renji compliment the apron I've made has re-energized me. I know I'll have to work hard during the school festival, but it would be nice if I could enjoy it with Renji. These are the thoughts I have during the night before the school festival. And that's it for Chapter 6. Yeah, he's going to be finished up twice as fast as anybody else with as short as his chapters are. Maybe I'll just streak through him real quick before... I'm about to go over and record the next episode for Saku, but maybe I'll just streak through Renji real quick. We'll see how things go still. Because Renji does seem to have a lot more views than Saku has been so far. Well, anyway, I hope to see you for that next video, or in some of my other ones. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.